Okay, wonderful. All set up now. Hold on, I gotta check on... Hello, future people. Those people watching you from YouTube. I'm gonna check on my streaming avatars.
I need to find the...
No, none of that. Okay. Looks like it's working. I'm gonna trust it. Let's see. Welcome to the stream. Wonderful. That's just gonna sit there now while I go actually draw something. Okay. I'm almost done with this page. I just gotta add some effects in. do the speech bubbles. Hide all that. We're adding special effects that are going to be above that. Okay, yeah, above that, below that. Let's see. No, a little brighter than that. Great. And do our best to not overlap lines. Probably be easier with a slightly smaller one. Da, 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 da. We're going to put down a base color first. And once that is down, we're going to come in and redo the lines. Is there an easier way to do this? Absolutely. Am I going to do it? Probably not. Thank you for joining me if you are indeed here. I like having company while I draw. The thing about drawing comics, though, is you tend to go longer if you got an audience, or at least you're recording yourself. Helps me anyway. Makes me feel like I'm doing two things at once, you know? Drawing the comic panels like I should be, but also making content for the YouTube channel at the same time. Oh gosh. How do I have a crick in my back when I'm sitting up straight? Raise that a little bit. There we go. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I really wonder if my stream avatar setup is slightly broken, because I do not see my normal people hanging about. Then again, there could just be nobody. It is 4 o'clock on a Friday. It's not like I do this just to have an audience. Yes. I got a brand new tablet stand for this. It's wonderful. We're gonna get a little blocky on that corner. That's fine. We'll just clean it up. Good. Good. Okay. Now what Clipping mask. Some brush texture. I'm gonna make the forward-facing section a little brighter orange, and the backward-facing section a darker orange. Not enough to notice, just enough to catch your eye. Okay. Then what we're going to do, I put all of those layers, I put most of those layers, okay, we're gonna have to do it in 2 separate sections. What we're gonna do is create a clipping mask over that. Let's get a dark orangish color, like that. Are we over 4? Yeah, okay. And we use that over top of this, unless that's not on that. Maybe I did figure this out ahead of time. 11? Look at that. Good job, me. Thank you. Replace the black with orange. We'll give it a little bit of a more three-dimensional life to it. I mean, most of the comic is in sepia tones anyways. This way we can make magic and the like stand out much more. You on this side too? Yeah, there we go. And the clipping mask keeps me from getting all those angles that I don't want to get. And all those lines that don't need to be highlighted. Great. Merge that down so now it becomes part of it. Now merge that one down, it becomes part of it. What we're going to do now is take this soft brush texture and we're going to eat away bits of it, especially the trailing bits. That way it kind of gives a transparent look to it. And then we're gonna drop the opacity just a little bit. Yep. And then we're gonna go back to this layer and erase some of the line sections. Make it a little bit thin in places. Gives everything a little bit more ethereal look to it. Maybe we can up the opacity just a little bit more. My music stopped. Was it not on repeat? I thought it was on repeat. Okay. I think that does it. We'll see. Yeah, that's good. We can switch back to regular color and then start working on the lettering, which is going to be on that layer. Good, that's all the lines. Clipping mask, clipping mask. There we go. Hang on, water break. Okay. Really easy to forget that you need to drink water. Especially when you're working on something. Nope, I messed that one up. We're going for a smooth encircling of it. I can move around in the bubble afterwards. I don't like the shape of that. I don't like either of those, actually. Let's move that down a little. Move that up a little. What's the text size for that? 15. 18. Drop that down. I think 15 is good enough for the rest of it. Let's maybe drop that down to 16. Done. Drop that down to 16. It's not an exact science. Where'd my keyboard go? Why'd my keyboard go away? Ugh. There you go. Jesus, why'd you disappear? I didn't ask you to. I could probably leave that at that size. Okay, let's switch over. Let's go back to working on that. Did that work? Yeah, the little bulb is weird, but that's fine. Move that around. Text bubbles are always the bane of my existence, though. Okay, that's on the lower level, right? Nope, it's part of that. Okay, we're gonna find it then. I hate it when I can't see it. Give me a second. I'm gonna take one more look. One more look at streaming avatars. Twitch.tv, good. That's not it either. Okay. Dang, dude. It's been a while since I logged into my thing. Why can't I think of it? There we go. Oh well. I'm not going to worry about it anymore. I'm just going to leave it. It'll be what it'll be. Okay. Let's edit this slightly. Try to get everything a little bit more centered of these frankly terrible text bubbles that I make. I think I want to do that bubble over again. Let's see. Band it a little. Do. Maybe I should do it like looking at it straight on. Maybe that would help. Holy shit, that did help. Maybe I should do that for these other ones too. Let's play around with the shape of them. I hate it when it does that. And maybe redo that one too. All right, looking at it straight on. Yeah, that turned out way better. I gotta start doing that. I think I want to move the shape of that text box too. Let's move that bubble. Great. And then we're going to erase this one and then do a better one. And then we'll maybe move that text bubble back. No, that didn't. I was going too fast. I messed up the line thickness. I think I want it to be round like that. Because of the way this brush works, if I let go, I can't erase the middle as easily. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Let's make those. Needs to be a little thicker. There we go. Okay. I could just do it like that. Gotta keep telling myself I can't just switch styles in the middle of a chapter. So I've made a deal with myself that I can make style changes in new chapters. When the next chapter starts, so I change the style again. I'm having a lot of fun doing it. Thicken that line just a little bit. It's never the first one that's the problem, it's the second one. Okay, we're gonna make that smaller. Yes. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube and ever want to catch me live, I recommend following my Twitch. It's not just for the numbers, but my stream schedule is usually kind of hectic, so it's good to have something that automatically reminds you when somebody started streaming. I don't really have a set schedule, but it's usually, at the moment, it's been the first Friday of the month. Usually about 4:30 Central Standard Time. Why? That's just the way it works. That's what my schedule allows. I got a real adult job that I have to bend the knee to quite often, so, well, schedule-wise anyway. Maybe let's fix that divot. I know it's going to irritate me in some kind of way. There we go. You would never know. That looks fine. I think we connected all of it. Make another layer. And filling those bubbles in with white. Perfect. Gorgeous. Love it. Drop the opacity by creating a duplicate layer. We make it possible for the inner bits to be transparent without the lines being transparent, which does add like a little extra effect like places like this, you know? On water time. And if you're ever irritated by my background music, I'm sorry. It's the best I could do with royalty free, you know? Yeah. Okay. That's the majority of the high points. We're just gonna get our texture from the previous page. Copy. I'm gonna jump over to this page. Cover it all. Yes, good. And so we're just happy with that. It's still that kind of image. We're gonna change it to, oh damn, what do I do? I think it's multiply. And about 25, 26. Multiply 27. Yeah, perfect. Nailed it. Now it's got a little bit of a subtle texture to it, which helps with when you're doing like solid blocks like this, texturing it helps clipping mask. It helps make it a little bit more tolerable to look at, I guess, from my point of view. Because when you're doing something in these kind of colors like this, where it's not, there isn't a lot of texture to it, it feels kind of hard to look at times. But by just adding some subtle texture, you can change the feel of what just a solid solid, because like this chapter I'm using mostly sepia tones, shifted slightly towards the brown spectrum. It's like black and white, shades of black and white, but also shades of like sepia. And it'd be hard to just doing no texture whatsoever. It gets kind of hard to look at times. By adding little bits like the paper texture in these ink blots, you can make it a little bit more I kind of go for the like worn look. The background that I've been using, that not really, it's not a background, but the texture I've been using for the background, the colors, these, they're meant to make it a little bit like a stained or watercolored image, which is the kind of look that I'm going for. And I've been kind of going for it throughout the comic. 11? No, that's not what I'm looking for. 7. 7's what I'm looking for. Just drop the opacity just a little bit. I want it to blend in. Okay, I think the dialogue's good to go. General texture's fine. If I spend too much time on it, I won't have enough time for other things. We'll switch to our lettering pen. Drop the size down. And we're gonna put some signature. I'm gonna put it right behind his ear. Art books. The B is too big. This is a relatively new thing for me, is just hiding the signature somewhere in the panel. And right now we don't have very big, there isn't a lot going on in the background. They're probably easy to spot. You know, artists these days, we have to make it difficult for people to steal their shit without getting credit. Even though I don't think the comic is that well enough. It's not well known enough to really worry about that kind of thing, but if you start doing those practices now, you'll be better off in the long run. So drop it down to like 9%, that way it kind of blends in. Good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. There we go. Page 121. Now we can start working page 122. Start from the dread beginning. I've gone ahead, looked at the script ahead of time since I knew it'd be streaming. How are we on battery life, by the way? Probably fine? Probably fine. Yeah, since I knew I was going to be doing this ahead of time, I just looked at the script and kind of scribbled on some notes so I could get the kind of feel for what I'm looking at. Yeah. See, normally I'd be... Come here. I got one of my drawing figures over here. Not the fancy one, but just a normal one. Okay. Make sure I'm on the right layer. And what you want is kind of like a this is kind of like the bottom of our leg. Man, I wish I was good at drawing feet. Let's see. See if our artist mannequin can help us out here. We want to kind of... I know what the problem is. All right, so kneecap right here. Just kind of resting, and then we go down the shin. It's kind of that size. Ball, not the ball of the ankle, where it connects, would be right there. Which means I just got to move that side. That is way too small. And the bottom of her are all kind of ragged. And then we're drawing a ruler. That's one of those clothing rulers, you know. And he's doing the mystical holding on to stuff shit on both ends. Okay. And so you can kind of see what I'm going for. Like somebody's taking a measurement of her leg, then this is going to be Stitch, and this is going to be Evelyn. Stitch's real name is Eli. He's an Eli or Elijah? Anyway. It's just his nickname. Stitch. Kind of general head bod. I don't know what kind of pose he'd be in. He'd be kind of... Pretty sure he's talking in this. His nose looks wrong now. Oh yeah, he's got his glasses on in this scene, didn't he? I literally just drew that. You think I'd remember? I'll put one hand on his chin. Okay, if hand is right there. Maybe hand on his hip. Such an awful, like, draft sketch of it. I'm pretty sure it's that kind of a thing. I don't know. It's been a while since I looked at his outfit. Broaden out his shoulders. Maybe that'll help. Yeah. Yeah. Then we're gonna do his hips a bit too. Gonna move Evelyn a little bit. What should Evelyn be doing? I guess she'd have her hands in, like, close to her chest because she's a little bit nervous. That eye is throwing me off. Hmm. This is just a rough sketch. Why does... Hmm. They look too close. Maybe that's part of the problem. I don't think her shoulder would come out that far either. Yeah, there we go. She's got loads of hair. See one of her horns. Now that we got a little distance, let's maybe move her over a little bit. Sorry, drawing in some extraneous background details. There's a window behind them. It actually starts over there. There's these little lamps from the ceiling. Goes off in that direction. Evelyn's a little nervous. Her hands out. Yeah, and ponytail, all that good stuff. We'll kind of refine that later. Yes, we just want the rough sketches for now. Oh, I gotta stretch. Hold on. Oh. Oh. Okay. Now, a little bit of water. Oh, that's good. Okay. Ah, phone almost falling. Boom, 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 boom. And boom, 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 boom. Let's see. I'm looking up a reference for the specific pose. The specific pose that I'm looking for. It is a singular emotion. I know I definitely got it in one of my recent photos. That one's pretty close. That's not quite what I want. I want a glare. Here, that one might help. That looks pretty close to what I'm going for. We'll get the exact face later. I need a little bit more disgust. There we go. Maybe drop those eyebrows a bit. We add a little bit of shadow to that. Yeah, that's a little bit more like it. Yeah. Big old nerd glasses. Okay. Water break. All right. We're going for another like 23 minutes. Let's see how far we can get on this. I like that face. That's a good face. I need to remember that. I gotta look up. That had me thinking. How long is a... I guess... No, femur is the upper one, right? Tibia? Yeah, tibia. About 15 inches. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. So that's... I'm gonna say that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Perfect. Dang. Dang, I'm good. And then the little lines in between, etc., all the way down. Good. Trying to get some more specific lines in here. Let's get some guidelines in there. Oh, you know what I need? Hold on. I need to get my hand bottle. One sec. Good thing I went out there when I did. My test 3D print slipped off of its base. It was just firing plastic out into nothing. Let's... Hold on. It's just a slight difference. There. It's way better in my book. This gives her more of a neck. Okay, we want her to rest her, it's her right hand, right? On his shoulder. So let's move the model similar to that. Perfect. Let's angle it. It's kind of that way. And then we'll make it just a tad smaller. Size of the hand should be around the size of the face. I think I got some. No, I know what I got wrong. Does that look more... I don't know if I improved it or not. Meh. 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 We got a general thing going on here. We've got his... She's kind of like gently placed her hand on his shoulder. Would it be over there or would it be over here? I guess that's the part of the cheek that's stretching. And she's just kind of observing from afar. There's a roll of felt behind her, little items on the table. Whatever the design of that other chair was. I try to even out not having it, so, like, backgrounds like this usually take me a long time because not only I have to kind of decide the shape of the room, but also what's in it. When it comes to something like Stitch's sewing area, I mean, there's a lot of little stuff that goes along with sewing, like bobs and ends, stuff like that. And I can't do it on every single page. So most of the time I try to just kind of do basic shapes that kind of get a feel of where they are in the room. Just a general sense of it, not like a total sense. Because if I know me, and I know what I'll do is I'll end up just like agonizing over the little aspects of the room until I'm so fixated on it, I make like a 3D model of the friggin' room. And where all the objects are in the room. And then by that time, I've already missed my deadline for the week. So I try not to do that. And it does help by being kind of general with things and not just so specific. Because when I'm so specific, that's where everything goes wrong. I can't let myself agonize over it. I'll never get done with things. Okay, we'll add a little few more details to the background. So we get like panel 1, tape across her leg, measuring. See a little bit of movement with her leg, I guess. And then they're discussing things over in this next panel. with her kind of in the foreground. You can see maybe a little bit of movement. And then you see what they see, which is her not having a good time. And then she decides, hey, let's change tactics. Eye looks strange to me. Is it size? Let's see what it looks like with a little bit smaller. All right, let's distort it. That might have been it, yeah. It's a little bit of size throwing me off, I guess. She looks a little bit too happy. Let's tone that down a little. Because we don't want happy, we want slightly concerned. That's fine. Those are the knuckles. Her shirt comes down to there. Maybe we... let me move my model. Maybe if we... I'm not liking the top so far. Maybe if we angle it down somewhat. That way it looks a little bit more like she's wrapping her hand around his shoulder. Instead of, I guess, just putting her hand straight out against him. Hold on. Make her tooth a little bit more pronounced. Not having a good time. Yes, that's a... I'm trying to think, what other things are in the background? I guess the shadow of the table that's right behind them. Put a random piece of junk on the ground, like a piece of paper or two. It's the start of the table right there. That goes off screen, so we don't need to look at it. It gives a little bit more dimensionality to it. Hold on. There we go. Yes, I like that. Yes. Yes. Considering how allergic I am to backgrounds, for the most part, to save time, this came along pretty well. That's because I'm doing it on stream, I guess. The thing about doing things on stream versus like when I'm normally doing it, which is just when I'm watching TV, I guess if you can call it TV, most of the time I'm just watching like a deep dive on YouTube in the afternoon after work. But there's between that and then doing this, there's nothing else to focus on. And maybe that's a good thing for my ADHD. Who knows? Do I know? No. Do you know? Maybe. Who knows? I like that face. That face is a good face. That's going to be a good one. I'm going to like that panel. And I'm starting to like this Evelyn over here too. I'm going to have her big old nerdy glasses. Yeah. Yeah. Him, I'm having a hard time with. I think there's something in the dimensions that's messing with things. Maybe her hips are too. What happens if we move this up? Does that look better? Yeah, to me. I mean, she is wearing like a long skirt. I guess dress pants? No, dress pants have pants. Yeah, whatever. Dress skirt, maybe. Long skirt. She's sitting over here next to the wood. Just kind of wringing her hands. Yeah. I think, yeah. Well, we got one page down and we got this one all sketched out, so I think that's a good place to stop. But, oh, thank you, future YouTube people, for watching. And thank you, stream people, for coming by. If you did actually come by, I can't really tell because usually there's like 4 or 5 people that come in during the stream, and I can see them down there with streaming avatars, but I don't know if things are connected properly. So I'm just going to have to go with the assumption that nobody is there at the moment. So, thank you all for joining me. I hope you had an entertaining time watching me doodle. And as always, you can see the playback for this on YouTube the Wednesday after my stream. I hope you have a good day. If you want to watch one of these in person, well, online rather, live, I guess. If you want to watch one of these live sometime, it's usually it's the first Friday of the month, or yeah, first Friday of the month at around 4:30 Central Time. So, thank you. Have a good day, and I'll see you later.